How to grow younger, quantum codes plus functional medicine secrets. Imagine waking up every morning not as the same person, but as a brand new hero. When you start awakening, that is exactly how you feel. So your past is almost like getting erased, your memory is cleaned, and you really feel yourself here and now. You understand that you electromagnetic field and everything that's happening around you, inside you, your body, with other people, everything is actually you. And every day you start the game fresh. Before you lies a fresh level of the game called life. And hidden within this single day is the secret of youth, money, relationships, your dreams, everything. It's just an illusion that you have to work hard to or do certain steps to achieve the body or achieve money or relationship that you want. Everything, please understand, everything happening right here, right now. Every decision that you make today will unfold the future for you. Actually, the future, how I see it, it's like a spider web with a lot of different pathways. And this is interesting how even in one day you go from one timeline to another timeline to another timeline to back, and everything depends on your everybody talking vibrations. I say it's a state you're in, like how you value yourself. What do you think about yourself? What kind of game you building today? And youth is a one-day game. We age when we believe time is linear. You probably noticed that older people, they like to talk about past. If you ask, for example, my daughter who is 10, tell me about herself, she'll be short and tell you something, I don't know, from yesterday. And when you ask an old person, ooh, you can start listening. You can be prepared to listen for like a couple hours, right? And that is the key. We grow younger when we live fully inside one day. You wake up in the morning and that's the day of your life. That's the only day you actually live. We just think that future is possible. We always live one day, and until we remove the blocks of old traumas, and it just sounds pretty hard. It's a lot easier to do. Let's dive in it. Let's picture this. Each day is a new round. Just like in a video game, the hero begins again, collecting stars or hearts. So the same is our life, literally the same. Yesterday programs only control you if you invite them back into play. Like whatever was your family tree, whatever was your past, whatever, you just focused that you have it already. If you stop remembering that focus on the old problems that you have, then you start day with something new. The task of the day is to reveal the patterns that keep you predictable. So that's all we need to do. The older you grow, the more predictable you are. Old mental structures turn the game into routine. You move on autopilot, and you know what happened? Your higher self, your soul gets so bored. And when your soul is very bored with your avatar, with your life, it's kind of like less and less is present in your game. And that's when you start growing older. That's when you're aging, because your soul lost interest. That's exactly what happens. And youth begins exactly where you start surprising yourself again. So, I do the hero of the new day practice. Upon waking, tell yourself, today I have no past. I am the hero starting the game fresh. Set the alarm to go every day, along with the sipping hot water. Remember hot water, guys? So set the alarm to go off every day, reminding you this is a one-day game. Throughout the day, watch which thoughts, which habits are pulling you into the old game. Like I always do this the same way. Every time you notice one, it's like collecting a bonus, unlocking a new level, moving closer to freedom. All you need to do with the old programming, with old patterns that hold you back, is to notice them. You don't have to eliminate them. You don't have to try hard. You don't need to do anything. As long as you see the old program, you say, program, I see you. And that's it. You are free. And youth is not in the body, but in the field. It's the ability to stay flexible, curious, and open, like the kids. They live in this moment. And you probably say, well, I don't have a luxury to live in this moment. That's going to be old programming that talk into you. Yes, you do. That's how I live right now. And I noticed that the world is taking care of me. And it's taking care of you. And if you look even closer how I see it right now, you will understand that your body is doing everything by itself on autopilot. You don't even do anything anymore. It's in the field. You are the field, and the body is inside of you. And every day you allow yourself to say, oh, F it. Fuck it, to everything that you don't want to do, but you must do, you should do, you have to do. It gets more awesome and you get younger. Allow yourself every day, when you allow yourself to be surprised, to laugh, to explore, you return to your youth. Your higher self lights up. It literally, you should see how much your soul lights up and how much it gets happy playing with you. It starts playing with you again and again when you step out of predictability. Instead of knowing what's going to happen in your day, do something differently. Change the routine. Wake up. Understand. Feel the moment. Feel your body. Feel the air. Go outside. Leave your plants. Do something differently. Or even your routine, even your work, you can sort of like seek for pleasure in everything you do. You're washing dishes, make it a ritual. Put the foam on, feel the slippery water, enjoy it. You eating, try to find the food you really, really enjoy eating. You're playing with your kids, I don't know, set the alarm to go off in 30 minutes. But when in these 30 minutes, you really get in the game, you look your children in the eyes, you enjoy being there. You got the memo, all right? So let's look at the functional medicine approach to growing younger, because as I promised, I'm always going to be combining functional and spiritual medicine. I want to bring the soul back into the medicine. So in functional medicine, we're addressing the roots, not the wrinkles. Instead of chasing symptoms, functional medicine, what I do, look at the deep things that drive aging. Number one offender, huge one, is inflammation. Any type of inflammation you have in your body, it can be scar in your fascia, it can be your joint, it can be sphincter or sphincter in your gallbladder, which can lead to very serious problems with your hormones. And you don't even know it's there until we take a deep look in your body, from the labs. functional labs, not just your standard labs. It's a big difference. From functional labs, we can see inflammation. We can see what drives the inflammation. Number 2, oxidative stress, free radical damage. That's a pretty serious business in the youth industry, and you really can't protect yourself from oxidative stress. Then mitochondrial decline. When your energy factories, the little fellows that take oxygen and glucose and make energy for you, when they decline, then when you start seeing wrinkles and hairs falling out and your muscle mass is not the same, because if there is inflammation, oxidative stress, your mitochondria are sort of closing up the cell and not letting hormones eat in, not letting nutrients in. It's like a castle under siege. It's just closing all of the doors, and good things don't get in and bad things don't get out. And mitochondrial decline is a serious business, because if you don't have enough energy in your body cares more about your survival. It doesn't care if you have wrinkles. So it's just the first things that's supposed to look good in the body, the body's just gonna give up for the sake of conserving energy for you. Hormonal imbalances, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, thyroid, cortisol. If we have imbalances in the endocrine system, you see it in your body. And for women, estrogen and testosterone actually is huge, all of them. And, on the path of awakening, your brain, your hypothalamus, pituitary gland, pineal gland, they recalibrate, and your left and right part of your brain kind of synchronize, and you start having this it feels like electrical charge going through your body. And that helps to regulate the nervous system, the stress output, and of course your hormones. That stress hormones stop stealing your sex hormones, and you will notice that your whole body getting balanced. And of course, in the functional medicine, when I get you into the balance, into the soul, like back into the balance with your own soul, I notice on the lab tests that hormonal data change drastically. But if you want to see what's going on with your appearance, you got to look at hormones. Gut dysfunction. This is absolutely amazing how much you can change when we rebalance your gut. Certain species of bacteria are responsible for either you gain more weight or lose weight, you gain more muscle mass, what's going on with your mood, what's going on with your skin. Absolutely. Gut, it's where immunity, mood, and nutrient absorption are born. So if you don't absorb your nutrients, for example, like if you don't absorb your fats, your vitamins, you can't produce the sex hormones. And of course, what's gonna go first? Your skin. So when you address this, the body naturally starts reversing biological age. And the thing is, so you start growing younger from inside. So you might don't notice like the next day all of your wrinkles gone, but over time a little bit you start feeling and looking younger, because it's sort of the first thing that gets broken in the body, your looks, because your body cares more about your health than your looks. But when you normalize how you feel inside, when we look at the labs, when we get everything in balance, inevitably your looks going to change, sometimes drastically, sometimes it takes a little bit more time, but absolutely all like 100% you will see the changes. Functional medicine views food as code for your DNA. So food is information, not just calories. When you put a piece of something in your mouth, you receive codes. You receive codes about nutrients, vitamins, but also the energy, how it was grown, how it was made. Absolutely everything affects your field. And when you eat garbage foods, it affects your DNA, and your DNA is responsible for projecting your environment for you. So sort of if you eat garbage, all the little demons, they go into mobilize and they go into mess with you, and you get like your kids are going crazy. I don't know. All of a sudden you have more debt on your credit card. All of a sudden something is happening. And as soon long as you clean up your food, you will see how environment and everything that's happening in your life start clearing up. This is all of the awakened people. We see that. But the thing is, you can't just, without changing how you feel inside, you can't just stop eating food and depriving your body, because your body doesn't take abuse anymore. For example, if all of your bacteria scream, I want chocolate, and you tell yourself, I'll be a strong girl, I can't eat like these muffins, this chocolate right now, your body will want more and more and more, and there is cortisol, there is abuse of your body, there is stress, and again, that's not the solution. And the little demons, the bacteria, parasites, and all of these guys, they're going to demand their food. And just with effort, it's not going to work. You have to work on the old programming, and you have to work on removing those stubborn bacteria from your liver, small intestine, large intestine, your lungs, actually, like they're everywhere. Because we are a house for bacteria. There is something up to like 5 pounds of bacteria. There is bacteria and parasites DNA inside of your body. So it's very connected. But it's also an illusion. It's also an illusion. And for example, if you do antibacterial, antiparasitic protocol, but you don't talk to your soul, like I help to connect you and see you all of the old programming. If you don't do that, everything, it's going to be very hard to rebalance. But if you have this approach, if you use this approach that I share with you guys now, like spiritual and functional medicine, if you use both, you'll see amazing results. So food also, if we look at the functional medicine, it's things like foods that reduce oxidative stress are really important. So your body and your soul, the best for them is alive foods, like, berries, greens, spices, some grains, but mostly raw. But do not just stop eating cooked food and go on a raw diet unless you work on everything that I talked about previously. Again, you can't just abuse your body and tell it, that's it. Tomorrow we're doing this or this, and we're getting on this, on that diet. That's not how it works in the fourth dimension. No more abuse. Body is very delicate. Very delicate. The body is how your soul talks to you. So it's a very delicate creature. I don't know. The creature is not a very good name, but you got the point, right? So healthy fats. Omega-3s. When I had this craze with my stage 4 cancer, I did the research on omegas, and you will be surprised how deprived we are of a good omegas, and how much our body inflamed. And when you start using things like flaxseed oil, your body just jumps back into life. Olive oil, good, very good quality, because a lot of garbage in the stores. flax oil, they lower inflammation. And if you do mega doses, which I recommend if your body is really just deprived, I don't believe in a small doses. Sometimes nowadays with our food as the environment, we guys, minerals and vitamins and foods that reduce oxidative stress, we need mega doses of it. It's like I always say, the 500 milligrams of magnesium gonna do nothing for the stress we're experiencing right now nowadays. So you need at least 1500. Polyphenols, green tea is amazing. Cacao, resveratrol. So they do work. Again, the doses matter. So work with your practitioner and ask them about, or schedule appointment with me, or do your own research. But they help you to switch on longevity genes, polyphenols. Okay, next one is protein balance, support muscle, hormones, and detox pathways. It's a lot of illusion nowadays in the nutritional world about protein and what kind of protein you need and how much of it. It's also, you don't need as much protein, absolutely, especially when you're awakening. You'll understand you need pretty much less and less of certain foods in your body. Start because of your endocrine system is getting healthy, because you have all of your functions in your body start working the way the God intended, and you will notice that your body can make its own nutrients and vitamins and minerals. Because what happens here, your energy production in your body switches from mitochondria to centrosomes, and it's a long process, and we're still in the middle of it. Not enough research is done, but that's what this is one of my missions, to share with people what is going to be new discoveries in the world in terms of longevity, our genes, our energy production in the future, and eventually we'll be switching from mitochondria to centrosomes, and that means we don't need glucose in the amounts that we were consuming, or any nutrient to support the energy in our body. So in the awakening process, you notice that you need a lot less food in general. And remember, guys, it's not just what you eat, and about whatever your body can accept and digest and absorb, which is why digestive enzymes, bile flow, and gut flora matters for youth. Absolutely. Especially the bile for women, ladies. So many of us, we go walk around with a suppressed bile flow, with not working gallbladder, or with not good environment in the small intestine. And here's your fats, and here is your hormones. Absolutely. And I'm gonna make a lot of podcasts or videos, and I'm gonna talk about that bile, how important it is, and what kind of problems we have because the bile doesn't work. The liver and lymph must flow. Lymphatic system, very important. And in functional medicine, we support with some herbs like milk thistle, dandelion, minerals, magnesium. Sulfur is one of the most important, and not a lot of people talk about sulfur. Silica, and of course, hydration. So on lymph, the lymphatic system, the physical things we can do for our lymph, and I'm gonna talk a lot about bile and lymph. They are so important. If your lymph in your body, lymphatic system is not working properly, if it's thick, you will, your body will start losing that flow. Removing hidden toxins like heavy metals, plastics, mold prevents premature aging. Supporting phase 1 and 2 liver detox pathways. Keep cells clear of waste. What else? Mitochondria, the flame of youth. Mitochondria produce ATP, the spark of life. And to keep them going, we need CoQ10, PQQ, carnitine, magnesium, alpha lipoic acid, and I'm going to talk a lot about that too. Things like infrared light, oxygen for your cells, lowering chronic stress that blows the fuse. Very, very important. Cortisol balance. Chronic stress accelerates aging. So breath meditation absolutely restores it. Sleep. Melatonin is both anti-aging and DNA protective. Very important. Hormone optimization. That's what we absolutely need to do. Sometimes even through bioidentical hormones, but when you waking up, you understand that even your menopause can be reversed. And of course, things like zinc, B vitamins, adaptogens, a good practitioner will be able to help you to create the routine that helps you to see the changes right away. So measuring biological age and what do we use in functional medicine to notice what's happening, to note what's happening in your body. So there is advanced blood work, inflammation markers, nutrient status, hormones. There is DNA methylation age tests, gut microbiome mapping, we talked about this, hair tissue mineral analysis, and DNA analysis. And of course, hair mineral analysis helps us to look at the things like copper, which is energy in your body, zinc, selenium, which is your thyroid function. All of these are very, very important. This isn't about how many birthday passed, guys, I promise you, but how young your cells behave. To grow younger is to remember that the game always starts today. And each new day can be your portal into radiant future, I promise you. If you release the past and stop playing by a boring script. And if you want to go deeper and unlock new codes of youth, subscribe and join me, and we're going to talk about a lot useful, absolutely amazing tools from spiritual plus functional medicine. And together we can rewrite the rules of reality. And of course, if you need help, you can always talk to me. I really appreciate if you like, share, or comment on this video if it was helpful to you. And of course, all the links to talk to me or subscribe, connect with me on Instagram, they're going to be under the video. Love you guys, and let's grow younger together.